Hello everybody, my name is Denjamin. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before, and welcome if you have not. I don't know why that was so hard for me to get out. Today I thought I would talk to you about something that I've been practicing for a couple years now. With 2020 and a lot of people being at home and all of the good and terrifying things that are happening right now, I thought I would throw this out there for you, so this is it. I know a lot of people have been spending a lot of time in their houses, and so they might be inspired to pare down a little bit, and that's really cool. So I thought I would give a couple tips for people that are looking to start paring down their lives and getting a bit more intentional about their purchases and the things that they own. Which is quite simply, don't cull too quickly. When you get inspired to, take on something new, you're really pumped about it and you're amped, and you might just like throw literally everything you own away. Don't do that. Do it really slowly over time, especially with things that you don't necessarily realize that you might love a lot, like clothing. You don't want to like throw out all of your clothing and then be like, oh god, I really needed some of those things, Take it really slow. Cull at like a moderate speed, but not super fast. A trick for clothing that I like to use personally is I turn the hangers around, and every 4 months or so I just like see what I have been wearing and what I haven't been, and if the hanger is still the wrong way, then I'm like, well, was this like specifically a winter piece, or what's the deal here? Should I keep it? And most of the time I don't keep it, because that's me telling myself that I haven't been wearing it for any reason over the past couple of months. Things like your books and stuff, only get rid of the ones that you know that you're not going to read. I don't know what other people have. Your technology, see what phones that you've had for 5 years sitting in a drawer and how to properly dispose of them. Do it really slowly. Start with a drawer, start with a room, slowly over time. Don't just throw out all of your house. That might work for some people, but I know for a lot of people you might end up just repurchasing a lot of the items that you already owned and threw away, which kind of goes against the idea of minimalism. The second one is, don't compare your minimalism to other people. I know on the internet it's a big, broad space with a lot of things and people and places to go, and you might see that you are comparing yourself, who has like very recently been a huge partaker in consumer culture, comparing yourself to somebody that has literally just a couch and a hammock in their apartment, and you might be like, oh god, that's overwhelming and scary and I'm doing an awful job. But in reality, that person's probably been a minimalist for like several years, if not most of their life. And also for some people, that's just not practical minimalism. Some people do need a couple things around in their space, or they want a bed to sleep on, or they, that was a very specific example. But if somebody throws out all of their books and you love your books, don't feel like you have to do that. Don't see where somebody is 5 years from now and be like, why am I not there on week 2, And also don't do that on year 5, because everybody has different needs, and it's all about accommodating your needs in a way that makes sense for you and the environment or your wallet, whatever you're choosing minimalism for. On that note, keep the items that serve you. So if you have, for instance, I really love board games. I have a fairly large collection of board games because I like them and they serve me all the time. I use them endlessly with my friends and my roommates. I love to play games. I feel like there's a very social aspect to it, and that serves me really well. But if you've never touched your board games, get rid of them. Keep the things that you like and that you love and that you use. Don't feel as though you need to get rid of them to fit a certain style or aesthetic. I think one of the biggest steps in new minimalism is getting intentional with new purchases. So asking yourself, do I really need this? Is this something that I actually am going to use? Do I need 7 versions of this shirt? Spend a little time thinking about purchasing things before you actually go and do it. If you do need something new and you go to the store, try to only get that thing that you need. And also see if you can find more sustainable options for the things that you do need or want. Thrifting, secondhand purchasing, building, they're all a little better for the environment, and you also get things that are new to you that will fulfill that need of something new if you're out of pants or you need another shirt for a specific thing, and it will help your wallet. My favorite thing to tell myself with minimalism or even just life changes is that it's a lifestyle, not a diet. Make it a slow transition. It's like incorporating healthy eating. You gotta do it slowly and over time. Don't try to like flash do it. You may feel inspired to completely empty your entire space, but that's not really going to be helpful to you in the long run. You're going to end up repurchasing those things anyway, and also that kind of feels like a diet, you know what I mean? Diets are fast and short, whereas lifestyles are hopefully there for the long run, and if they're not, you weave in and out of them very slowly over time. The last thing that I think is really important for anybody that's looking to get into minimalism or anything that is related to sustainability is to research ways to be more sustainable that you might not think about. For instance, your laundry detergent, how many paper towels you use, if there's substitutes for those things, how much water do you use on a day-to-day basis, how much food do you eat, is it locally sourced? All of that kind of stuff are like things that you never think about when you take on minimalism, but the fact is those are very real, very useful things to look into to aid you on the journey, and also you feel a little better about it if your house is still full of stuff. I found that kind of stuff really helped motivate me when I was just getting started, because I was like, well, it's 6 months until my wardrobe's gonna be fully culled down to the way I want it to be, so very useful. One more thing is think about how you use your technology and how to declutter those areas. A lot of people assume minimalism is just a physical thing, but you have emails, you have photos on your phones, you probably have a bunch of apps that you don't use. Spend some time decluttering those things and culling things out of there that you don't need. That will like at least give you something to declutter when you set everything else up. I hope this video was at least interesting to you. I have been trying a couple new topics out on this channel lately, just because it is so new and I'm not quite 100% sure what I want to be talking about all of the time on the internet. And I probably will take a couple more months to figure out exactly what area I want to be in, and I hope you're okay with that. Bear with me. If you found these tips useful, give it a thumbs up and comment down below which one you're going to take if you are planning to start minimalism. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, my name is Denjamin, and this is the channel where I upload original music, acoustic covers, and lifestyle content. If that sounds like something you're into, subscribe down below, and I'll see you next time.